Hello and welcome back to C Morning Show, where we will dive into the global shopping phenomenon called Black Friday, which originated from the US. So Black Friday heralds this holiday shopping season with massive discounts and deals. I hear some ka-ching.
Yeah, but I don't think we have discount and deals as massive as Black Friday here in Indonesia.
True.
I don't think we have it.
True.
But to avoid overspending and impulse buying during this tempting holiday season, because the best deals and discounts usually we can find it at the year end, right?
Yes.
Let's welcome clinical psychologist Mutiara Maharini. Good morning. Thank you for
Good
coming
morning.
to our studios.
It's so nice to be here.
And good to see you as well, Mahari, back in the studio.
Black Friday, look at
Oh yeah, Black.
So, Mahari, we've been talking about Black Friday, the whole show basically. We were also covering about the Macy's parade. But unlike many other holiday season, why does Black Friday trigger such an intense psychological urge to shop? Are we wired to react this way to certain discounts? And probably in Indonesia or Jakarta, we have like midnight sale.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
yes.
our brains are wired that way?
Okay. So when we're talking about shopping,
Yeah.
it seems like a simple thing, right? Like we've all done shopping, and we do shopping like on a daily basis. But when you kind of uncover what's behind the behavior of shopping, then it becomes complex. It's like there's your relationship with money. And then there's understanding yourself, your needs, your wants, your priorities. And then there's like self-control. How do you regulate your emotions so that you shop according to your values, what you need, your priorities. And then it kind of becomes really complex when in reality now it's so easy to shop, right? It's just one click away.
Yes. Let alone we have 11/11, we have 10/10, we have 9/9,
Yes.
and those are the twin numbers.
Yes, yes. And why does Black Friday become such a big thing? Well, maybe in Indonesia it's not as much as a big thing as other countries.
No.
But it's because, well, in other countries and also in Indonesia, because actually last night I was at a mall and they were already starting to queue. And I thought that it wasn't such a big thing here, but I guess it is. It's because, first of all, it's a one-year thing, right? So it's a very limited time with limited offers. And our brain, when we hear the word limited, it's like we go into survival mode. It's the principle of scarcity, right? So I need to get this. And then it kind of builds a sense of competition. We want to get the best deal. We want to get the best offer. And then we look at the others. We look, oh my God, there's so many people in front of that store. So many people are lining up. I have to win. I have to get this. And then, you know, it becomes a completely different thing from just giving money to get something. You know what I
This
mean?
is evil.
Oh yeah, because of the scarcity and I can only get it right now at this moment. And how to do like a reality check or, you know,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
help ourselves protect yourself from yourself
yes.
during such moments.
Yes, yes. Well, I think the number one thing is actually always understanding yourself, right? The most simple way to do this is actually to look at the past. So look at your spending behaviors. Look at all of the things, let's say you've bought this month. And then you kind of can categorize them. Which one are the things that you actually use, that you bought? Which one are the things that you thought were really cute and practical, but you haven't used until this day? Which one are the things that you bought and you regret? Usually when you list that down, you can kind of see like a pattern. It's usually the basic kind of things that you use and like a lot of times, right? And then it's usually the not important, but just cute and cheap things that it just becomes clutter in your room. And then after you kind of notice your pattern, then when you are in the mall, when you are looking online, you know that, yeah, I've done this before and it didn't work, so I'm not getting it now. You know what I mean? It's not mindful in the moment, it's because you learned about your behaviors. You can be mindful there right now.
Wow. So you were actually mentioning about the impulse
Yes.
of shopping and stuff like that, and how to basically categorize it into which one that we want, which one that we need. But there are certain cases that
Yeah.
people are actually addictive to shopping.
Yes,
Now,
unfortunately.
at what point does frequent impulsive shopping cross the line into addiction? And also, how do we know the signs? How we identify the signs of us being addicted to shopping?
Okay. So when we're talking about being addicted, this is a very serious problem. So it's not just like, oh, you go shopping one day and then you say, yeah, I'm addicted to shopping. It's not like that, right?
No.
Well, let's not play with the word addiction. But addiction is when, especially to shopping, is when you do excessive shopping and to a point where it actually causes problems in your life. Financially, in your relationships. It's like, even, a father can have a shopping addiction and then his family could just, break down because of that. So it is a very serious problem, and how you can identify if you might have, some symptoms of it is, first of all, having a very uncontrollable and persistent urge to shop. I mean, we all have urges to shop, right?
Yes.
But when it becomes uncontrollable and persistent, it keeps on coming, that's already one of the signs. That's the first thing. The second thing is, when that urge comes, we can't resist it. We try everything we know, but we still can't resist it. We end up buying it. Or it's almost like we go into autopilot, and then suddenly it's like, oh my God, I just checked out 10 things.
Oh, shoot.
You know what I mean? And usually this happens like in the middle of the night, or maybe when you're feeling not very good about yourself. Because when you do that, right, it kind of makes you feel good, even if it's only for like a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's definitely the second thing. And the third thing is about the negative consequences. I mean, people with a lot of money can do more shopping, right?
Yes.
But when your amount of money is limited, and then you have certain financial goals, you're not reaching it, and then it's causing like kind of damage or negative consequences, then you know that there is something I need to do about this. That's definitely the sign. So if you're watching this, please notice that, and please get help as soon as possible, because I think that financial problems really lead to a lot of other problems.
Yes.
Especially to your mental health and your family, your relationships. So if you already feel like I think there's something not so right about what's happening right now, please do seek professional help.
So those are the signs that we can be alert for, right? And now, as you mentioned, we tend to lose our control when we are not in our ordinary emotional state.
Yes.
We feel not pretty enough,
Yeah.
like insecurity.
And the marketing strategies nowadays, right?
That's right, when we feel annoyed or angered
Yeah.
or something like that. So we tend to use shopping as an emotional coping mechanism. And is there any solutions to this? And is it so common? And should we become like powerless?
I think this is the thing about shopping, right? It's actually about emotion regulation. It's about understanding that because we feel bad about yourself, it doesn't mean that, you immediately buy something online to make yourself feel better about yourself, because it's only a distraction to what you're actually feeling. So it's like, it's only going to give you joy for like maybe a few minutes, and then you'll feel bad again. So you fix what's inside, not just add things from the outside. And the reason why it's so important to understand this is because some people for their whole life, they just distract themselves from what they're actually feeling inside. When even though it's harder, but it's so much more effective to actually be honest with yourself. What am I feeling right now? What do I need? Whose support do I really need right now? Those are the kind of questions you need to be asking, instead of just immediately doing the easiest thing to do, distracting yourself with shopping.
Solve the real problems.
Solve the real problem, yeah. Look deeper.
So what if the problem is actually the society? I mean, in a way that you were mentioning about marketing strategy as
Yeah.
well. The marketing strategy has shaped us into a FOMO society,
Yes.
right? Fear of missing out.
That $1,000 Dubai chocolate.
Yes.
And you know, the
Yes.
small...
Labubu, Labubu. Even me and my at my establishment, we were thinking about having a lash extension for the Labubu.
Oh my God.
doll. But how does this particular thing, like the fear of missing out,
Yeah.
amplify our urge to shop, especially
Yes.
during big sales like Black Friday or midnight sales or anything?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as humans, we're social beings, right? We always want to be part of a bigger community.
That's
we want to be part of something. We want to be cool, right? And that doesn't really go away when we're in elementary. We want to be cool. Now we still want to be cool.
Yes.
And how to be cool? It's by having the same things, having the same interests, and well, the marketing people are very smart nowadays, so they increase our FOMO, by all of these advertisements. Oh, this influencer that we really like is using it, and then it's like some artist is using it, and we kind of feel like, oh, if I also have that item, maybe I'll be as cool as they are. That's like the really simple way of saying it. But what it actually does, especially exacerbated by social media, is it increases our anxiety and our sense of inadequacy. We feel like we're not enough, and we feel like if we don't have it, then it's like something bad will happen. We won't be as cool as we want to be. People won't accept us. So it comes with actually a lot of negative thoughts, all of this FOMO. And social media really makes it worse because we continuously, every single day when we open social media, compare ourselves to others.
I think we shop like all our life, but
Yeah.
we don't know like whether we shop in a healthy way or
Yeah.
not. And I always find it difficult to separate needs and wants because I can always validate this.
Yeah.
I need this. And also prices cheaper one doesn't guarantee that we make the right decision
Yes.
because the line is
Quality.
just very
Yeah.
blurry when it comes to right and wrong when we go shopping and then we realize it after we suffered from financial damage to
Yes.
that, right? So do you have any guidance as in like spending framework so we can be wiser
Yes.
in shopping?
Yes. I think being wiser, being mindful in, your shopping behaviors is, we think about it, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the mall and I'm gonna be mindful. And then you're not mindful, right? So being mindful.
That's like me and food. I could not be mindful when it comes to food at the mall.
It's
I
like,
can be mouthful.
I'll devour everything.
exactly. And so we have to realize that we can't just be mindful, you know what I mean? We have to have a strategy, we have to have a system, we have to have a budget, right?
Yes.
So being mindful doesn't start when you open that e-commerce or when you go to the mall. It starts before that. It starts about, like I said, understanding yourself, your spending behaviors, and then it's understanding how much money you actually have, right? And then that's understanding the past. But it's also like prospecting to the future. Okay, what goals do you have, right? What financial goals do you have? So when you understand the past and you have a prospect for the future, when you're in the present, you know what to do. It's like, okay, I have a tendency to like to buy unimportant things.
That's from the past.
That's from the past, okay. So, oh, look, another unimportant thing. Okay, pass by, okay. And then, oh, look, oh my God, this is 70% discount. Wait, do I need it? Oh, no, I don't need it. But it's on a discount. It's really good. I should get it, right? Like, it would be a bad thing if I didn't get it because, I wouldn't get the best offer if I don't buy it. But then you remember, did I ever buy a really good discounted thing but never use it? Yeah, I've done that before, right? And then you look at something, I need this. Okay, I need this. It's been on my list for forever.
Yeah.
And then you look at the price. Okay, will this align with my financial goals in the future? Oh, no, it doesn't. So it's like once you understand the past and also what you want in the future, you can become a lot more mindful in the present. I think that's the thing about mindfulness that we kind of get mixed up.
Yes.
We think that it's only like in the moment.
Yes.
But to be able to be in the moment and do wise decisions, it's that. You have to really understand yourself.
But there's a saying about being regretful.
Yes.
It's better for you to regret of buying rather than not buying. Like regretting of not buying it, you could actually like, you brought that to your sleep.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
I don't know. Even for me, these days, I'm so tired of everything that I buy, aside of food, of course.
Yes.
So even for my underwear, for my underwear, I compared 2 different brands and looking at all the features and stuff, and I
Ada
ended up.
features for you.
Yes, apparently yes. For men, you would probably see the models and also the fabrics, because sometimes it gets to, men's with big thighs and stuff, right? But in that sense, is it better to regret of buying rather than regret of not buying?
Yes. Okay, this tagline sounds like a tagline for overconsumption. Justifying your
Guilty as
behaviors.
charged.
So I think we're kind of moving from that trend. I mean, overconsumption is, I guess, what our economy kind of needs. But we are also navigating that through becoming more mindful, right, with shopping. And a lot of people are becoming more like minimalist. Repeating outfits has become a trend as well.
Oh yeah.
Right. I think it's a good thing to understand that, regretting buying is also not a good thing, right? And then it's also about all the clutter, and then it becomes another hoarding disorder, you know what I mean? There's just so many things that you can prevent if from the start you have a strategy, you have a system, you have a budget, you have a limit.
Yeah.
And if it's hard for you to do it all mentally, then I would say, cut the access to your banks. Don't make it that easy for you to do it. Because nowadays, it's literally one click away, right, to shop.
Yeah, we try to make this artificial limit to ourselves, right? But now we have pay later right there on the app.
God,
it
pay
makes
later.
it worse, right?
Before this, we would always have cash, right? And then cash, it's like, when your wallet, there's a lot of money in it and there's not a lot of money in it. But now it's like, it feels the same. Your phone is the same with whatever money you have in it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, pay later.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No. There's a lot of temptations of you going into bankruptcy at the moment, I'm telling you.
Yes.
Aside from shopping, but also from pay later. So, yeah, you might want to be mindful when it comes to spending.
Yes.
All right. Mahari, thank you so much for being here.
It was
Thank
so
you
much
so
fun.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been quite
very insightful.
a revelation, at least.
Or a wake-up call.
Or a wake-up call. Yeah. All right. So let's take another break. But when we return, we will bring you more updates from Indonesia. Stay with us.
Yay.
Happy mindful shopping.
Yay.